here in this environment. So here we go. Should be a good one. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. It's all offense all the time. Perfect punch. If their first 3 fights against each other were any indication, this is gonna be a barn burner.
Oh my gosh, come on! This is that fight! No matter what you think of Tyson Fury, he has got in there with the biggest, most powerful, most dangerous fighter, puncher in the world in Deontay Wilder. This guy can knock you out from 2 inches. He's got it, but Tyson Fury was smart. A complete warmonger. Got in his head well before they stepped to the ring. This is fight number 4. Every fight is getting more exciting than the other. And every time Tyson Fury has had his number. Deontay Wilder is an angry, powerful, dangerous fighter. He always will be. But the only one that's got his number? Tyson Fury.
It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Do you believe this? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Wilder. I like that round. On to the second round. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Perhaps the hottest ticket in town for this fight tonight.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Nice job to block that uppercut. It's all offense all the time. Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Well done with that counter shot. A straight right just misses. This is the type of fighter that would say, I don't even want rounds. Let's just fight until one of us can't stand up anymore.
Speed generates power. Timing is everything. If you've got speed, you can knock anybody out. You've just got to hit them in the right spot.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Wilder in that last round. After what we... There's the bell for round 3. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Chad does not score. One punch could change everything in this battle. let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. That counter shot lands. Beautiful counter shot. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
They miss with the jab. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards, going to need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important.
On to the fourth we go. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Not a lot of defense here at all. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? It's the typical big man, little man argument. He's got to be quicker. He's got to move a lot to win this fight.
When you're fighting somebody so big, this is when you've got to stick to your game plan. You deviate, you're out of there.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
These two were made for each other. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Nice counter. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be... Oh, right there! Tyson Fury just got buzzed. His eyes don't look good. Body language is bad. He could go down. Let's talk about Wilder in that last. Here's the bell to start round 5. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
No rest for the weary. Both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Just misses with that jab. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
This can be so frustrating.
Whoa, Johnny! Deontay Wilder rocked right now. He's in some serious trouble. 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. What would you tell this guy if he's got to do something different?
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Well, it's a tougher fight, and he's going to be confident.
Good work. Now that's it. Now breathe. Just get your breath back.
The end of your jab, and then start gathering your pace.
There's the bell to start round 6. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until you're sensitive of comeback.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
And he just misses with that jab. That time counter shot. Nice counter shot. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
A straight right just misses. He misses with that jab. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Incredible work rate. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Wilder in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they keep this? And there's the bell for round 7. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice slip to avoid the jab. There's a counter shot. He just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. The uppercut does not score. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Stamina is always an issue and a price. And there's the bell for round 8. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, Brett's right. I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Beautiful counter punch. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you can't think him. You just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Missing with the hook. That uppercut doesn't land. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Now you start wondering how. And we enter the night. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. A straight right just misses. Perfect counter shot. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tear.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! Tyson Fury just got rocked! Do you believe this? And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything. This round, hold that thought! Oh, and Tyson Fury just got rocked! This could be it! Tyson Fury, one of the great heavyweight champions! Let's talk about Fury in that last round. Here comes the 10th round. How much is left in their tank after last round?
What were they doing that round? Are they trying to get an early night? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
They exchange punches. A lot of effort being exerted here. And he scores with the counter. The straight right just misses. Holding nothing back here in the round. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And the build-up build-up to this fight, Johnny. This power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger.
Their vision is being impaired, no doubt about it, but is the referee going to stop it here?
Are you all right? Are you okay?
So apparently the referee deems it's not that serious, and this fight moves on. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Nice stop, but that won't score. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Let's talk about Fury now. This is the 11th we've entered the championship rounds. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Nope, that uppercut does not score. Nice counter shot. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. His stamina is off the charts. Just misses with that uppercut. Punch, counter punch. The jab slightly off target. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. You know the scorecards are gonna be all over the place in this one. Talk about Fury in that last round.
I need you to focus on what you're doing.
And there's the bell for round 12. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fighters like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Can't score with that uppercut. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Stamina is off the charts. A perfect counter lands. The jab doesn't quite connect. despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about fury in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
There's a lot on the line here.
Don't forget the jet. What was that? What are you doing? Get your mind back on the job.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
What are they doing that round? Are they trying to get an early night? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. We're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
The stamina is off the charts. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the...
And down goes Fury! That punch to the head looks so good live. Let's see it again in slow motion and really appreciate it.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from? One, two, three, four. Are you okay?
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's talk about fury in that last round.
Breathe.
And there's the bell to start the round. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? Punch himself out, though. Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
They walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Needs to be careful not to punch himself out. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? The counter punching. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about fury in that last round. Stamina is always... So here we are, the final round of the fight. That 1 minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Catch and shoot. Right hook. And this is incredible action from both of these heavyweights. Good counter punch. He blocks the hook. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in agreement. A unanimous decision win.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.